Hi, welcome back everybody. My name is Mason. Today I'm joined with Nicole from
Gateway Geospatial Group?
Gateway Geospatial Group. So Nicole, trying to just delve into things. Exactly what is your company and exactly what is it that you do there?
Sure. We're about 30 people, so I'll start off with that. We're fairly small. I wear a lot of hats, as most people do.
Yes.
I think officially I'm the Director of Artificial Intelligence Development.
Okay.
But again, 30 people, a lot of hats, so I don't get to spend as much time with that as I would like to. So Gateway Geospatial Group, we kind of have two flavors. So our bread and butter is government contracting. So we have some contracts with NGA, DIA, a couple of their federal agencies. But why I chose and why we work for Gateway Geospatial Group is we have a group of us who like to tinker. We're tinkerers at heart, and we get time to just develop ideas without a financial backer, and then try to pitch those to different companies. So we try a little bit of everything. I'm more on the data science and AI side, but we have individuals who are, the full stack developers or cloud experts, and we all kind of come together to make different systems and rapid prototypes for that.
That's awesome. What software technologies do you implement into your work?
Sure. So it depends on the contract. I'd say jack of all trades, master.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm mostly in Python.
I love Python. Yeah.
Yeah. In the past, I had a lot of work with TypeScript too.
Right.
So we did like a full stack product that was built off the MITRE ATT&CK framework. It just kind of depends at the moment what the client needs. I'd say Python's probably what I work in the most.
Yeah, Python's a really good one to know right now.
I can do C if you don't care about segfaults.
Yeah.
No, I know enough about C and stuff to be dangerous, but I'd say Python's my core technology.
So, what kind of differentiates your company from others that might do kind of similar things in the industry?
Sure. So I think that ARCH, which is accelerated research. Oh my gosh, because I'm on camera, I'm blanking. Accelerated Research Collaboration Hub. So that's where we do it for the love of the game, right? So the freedom to get together and get beer and wings and develop freely and have that creative freedom and outlet is kind of what separates us. We're 30, we're profitable, so we're not on VC. And I've never worked for a large or small company that has been willing to just say go without a direct client in mind, right? Like, let's explore this, tinker with this idea. Maybe it's going to go somewhere, maybe it's not. So I like to say we work in the technology readiness level, if you're familiar with that scale. Technology readiness level 1 is usually academia, 3 is prototype, 9 is commercial. We usually work in 3 to 7, so we really get to tinker and build within there and just explore what we can make with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So kind of going more in depth into your company, what it does, how exactly does your mission and what your company does relate kind of to the geospatial industry or intelligence as a whole?
Yeah, sure. So obviously the stuff we have with NGA is very geospatial. So a lot of the contracts, especially the analysis contracts that we have, are taking data from different data sources, and the commonality between them is usually geospatial and temporal, right? So painting a bigger picture for the analyst and our product customers, what's going on within the world, whether it's from telemetry data, like SIGINT data, and rounding out that picture with imagery, different types of imagery. Could be electro-optical, could be SAR, but a lot of what we focus on, or my part in the company focuses on, is taking stovepipe data sources with the commonality of geospatial and temporal and painting a picture of what is going on the ground or in the air or in the water, but for our customers, that piece of it.
So kind of to bounce off that, could you kind of describe a process from the collection of data to the actual visualization of it to an end product?
Yeah, sure. So try not to go over class. So there's different data sources that are bought or collected by different agencies, and they're there to use. So you can query them, you can pull them together, but there's not a lot of thought of how to organize it and put it there. So if nobody does this, a lot of them will just get bought and sat. The data gets stale and it just kind of sits there forever and potentially then doesn't get bought again because nobody's using it. So if a crisis pops off or there's something in the world that an end product receiver wants to know more about, they'll request it. We see what is available in that region, and then begin working with the analysts to kind of tease out what their real question is, right? It'll start off vague and you kind of helicopter and narrow down to the specific question of what it is, and make a data pipeline for that to be automated. A lot of what we do it could be done manually, but it would take months.
Very long time.
And we make an automated process for that to be collected regularly. And then a lot of what we focus on is once we have that process for that specific question built out, it's pretty much copy and paste to a new region. So, and then the end product is usually some kind of report or write-up or dynamic UI for the end user.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry, that was a long answer.
So I know you mentioned like machine learning and AI. How exactly do you integrate like new technologies, like say AI, into like pipeline creation that you're saying?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have certain tools that are available to us, and we have an added challenge is that on the systems that we're at, the latest stuff isn't always approved. So we're usually like a little bit behind. So for instance, computer vision has helped a lot. A lot of like our imagery, you're trying to detect a change in location of what is in the image. So that's like a very manually intensive task that we can go through with that. Some of it's just unsupervised, so clustering, right? We just want to know what's the outlier here. So you can pull it together, do an unsupervised clustering or PCA, principal component analysis of it. And then that's one piece, and then the other piece is explaining what that means to somebody who's not there. But a lot of, especially with NGA imagery, a lot of that is, for that piece, putting together a timeline of where things are and how movement has happened on the ground or elsewhere.
That's awesome. So, kind of an oddball question. What frustrates you about like geospatial intelligence in your work?
Yeah, that is also a very good question. I'd say so with geospatial intelligence itself. Okay, so
or anything.
Okay, yeah. So one thing that there's a lot of gotchas that you'll kind of run into, but that are, for instance, there is a standardization. There's a lot of different standardizations, especially when you're working with data. Some data sources or pieces of software that you're working with do lat/lon first, and the other ones do lon/lat first. And then like a lot of a biggest frustration is something that it feels like, or not feels, should be very standard. Like this should be the standard, this is how we should do it. And you spend a lot of time troubleshooting problems that don't need to be there. Same thing with like timestamps, all the different formats, or some programs will automatically change your timestamps to your local computer and you're not, So I'd say the biggest and low-hanging frustration is units, units and data formatting. We waste a lot of time converting between data formats.
So, kind of to wrap things up, is there anything that your company is working on now that is going to come out soon, or that you're excited, a project you're working on?
Yeah. So out of Arch, the Accelerated Research Collaboration Hub, we here have dogs because we all love pets.
Yes.
So yeah, denial of GPS services. So this is showing a couple things. One, it's to detect whether or not you have potential jamming nearby with your GPS sensor. But what we've created is a small, so like without trying to reduce the cost, each group of sensors is $50. So you have a small, easily deployable mesh network to which you can communicate and collect data with real time. And so a lot of work went into that, to being able to switch out sensors, to create the database schema on the back end, to how we can switch stuff up and relate things geotemporal and get checked for the gotchas of different data formats. So we're really excited to see what ideas and where people would like to see that going. So we've got low cost mesh network with data collection that we can then begin to do near real time AI ML on for end users.
Awesome, great.
So
is there anything you would like to tell our audience, or would you like to plug your website or anything like that?
Oh yeah, sure. So our website is gatewaygeospatialgroup.io. Gateway to the West, so we're St. Louis born and bred, so we're very proud of that. We're proud to be here at GEOINT in St. Louis, Missouri. So yeah, please come by and check our website out and email us with any questions or ideas if anything sparks your interest from that dog's description.
So Nicole, thank you so much, and thank you both, all of you, for listening. Have a great time, and we'll see you next time.